It was midnight. There was darkness and deep silence on the road. There was a long empty terrain on both sides of the road, in which bushes and plants were growing in abundance. There was darkness and fear everywhere. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a bright light of a car emerged. This light hurt the sense of silence. There were two people in the car, a boy and a girl. The boy was 26 and the girl was about 24. The girl was wearing a bridal dress and heavy makeup, whereas the boy was in the casual dress wearing jeans and a normal t-shirt. It seemed clear that she left her marriage and ran away with her boyfriend. The girl broke the silence and said,
"Don't you think I made a mistake by running away from home?"
The boy smiled and said,
"No, all is fair in love and war. However, your family members will not agree with our relationship."
"How can the family be satisfied when you don't do anything to earn?"
"You know what I didn't do to get a job."
The girl took a cold breath and nodded her head in agreement and became silent. A few moments have passed when the girl suddenly spoke in shock.
"Richard, where are we going?"
"We are going to Michael's house. We will spend the night there and get married tomorrow. Then we will leave for another city."
"But this path does not lead to the Michael's house."
"This is the short way that will quickly bring us to the Michael's house."
"Isn't the same bloody road about which different things are known?"
The girl was shocked once again. The car was moving forward at a very high speed, tearing through the darkness. Richard remained silent for some time, then nodded his head and said yes, and looked at her and said,
"Helen, you are an educated girl. Don't talk such things in today's era. All these things are just fictions."
"Whatever is said about this road cannot be a lie. I suggest that..."
Helen's words remained in her mouth. A heartbreaking scream came out of her throat. There was a loud explosion that she heard. Along with this, the balance of the car deteriorated. Something had hit the bonnet of the car, which Richard had clearly seen. It was something with glowing red eyes. He saw only one glimpse of it. The car swerved and landed in the field. The car moved on the field for a short distance when it hit something and stopped. Richard's head hit the steering wheel of the car, which caused the injury on the head. Richard fainted immediately. Helen shouted and shook Richard, but he did not move. It was completely silent outside. Richard was unconscious in the car, and Helen was alone. Strange and scary thoughts started coming to her. All the mysterious events connected with the road started to revolve in her heart and mind. If she had known that Richard would drive through this road, she would never have let him come to this road. But nothing could be done now. But something had to be done in order to survive. So Helen opened the door of the car and got out. The headlights of the car were still on. She saw that there was a lot of blood on the bonnet of the car. It was the possibility that the blood was from the same thing that hit the car. She was scared and went a little further to see what the car had hit. When she looked carefully, she saw that it was a human-sized statue. She looked at the statue while being surprised and scared. It was a strange stone statue. Helen did not understand why and who placed the statue alone in this deserted place. She felt a wave of fear running through her body. She was looking at the statue with surprise and fear when suddenly someone put a hand on her shoulder. As soon as the creature held his hand, Helen got extremely scared and a scream came out of her throat. When she turned around, the unstoppable series of screams started. The thing that put its hand on Helen's shoulder was very scary. It was a strange creature whose eyes were red. Seeing the horror in those eyes, Helen trembled. The next day, Richard's body was found by the police on the same road. The condition of the body was that there were injury marks on his body and face, and it seemed that all the blood in his body had dried up. It seemed that some beast had drunk Richard's blood very cruelly. According to the police report, Richard took the daughter of a big businessman of the city with him from her wedding last night. But the surprising thing was that till now, the police could not find anything about Helen. Helen's disappearance is still a mystery. No one knows whether she is alive or dead, or where she is gone. I hope you liked my first story on this channel. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.